Hello everyone, it's me Beata, and in today's video I would like to cover Saturn conjunct Saturn aspect in Synastry. Lately I was really drawn to this aspect, and the reason for this is because I work with my clients on daily basis, and I'm a relationship astrologer, so at times I really hit this aspect in a Synastry grid, right? For those who are new to my channel, hi, welcome, and please subscribe so I can really shoot more videos for you. And I would like to tell you that this aspect, Saturn conjunct Saturn in Synastry, is really interesting one. But before I tell you something more, I would like to tell you that this aspect, or the power of this aspect, will be different for everybody, because and you know me, I say this really all the time, that you really have to go first to your original birth charts and to really try to assess the strengths of your Saturn, in this case Saturn in your birth chart, because some of us, we really don't have Saturn strong enough to make a difference, right, in a Synastry. But on the other hand, for instance, if you are like Capricorn rising, or if you have, I don't know, Saturn conjunct Moon aspect, or really a placement that is really important and strong, like Saturn in 10th house, etc. I mean, examples may vary, but the thing is, or the point being, is that if you guys have strong Saturn in your birth chart and you come into the relationship or interaction with someone whose Saturn is equally strong, and it also happens to be in the same sign, then we can definitely say that your Saturns will be in conjunction in your Synastry. So first of all, let me tell you, this is karmic connection. I mean, we all know that Saturn is really Lord of Karma, and yeah, Saturn cannot be avoided. I really like to, look at the planet Saturn as a glue of the relationship. So I really caught myself doing it every time when I do readings for clients, that I really look for Saturn, right? Because if you really want to have long, stable commitment, you have to have strong Saturn in your Synastry. That's why I believe that Saturn conjunct Saturn in Synastry is #1 strong indicator that this relationship can potentially be long lasting, okay? Because, conjunction is the strongest aspect of all. Now, of course, it all depends, as I have mentioned earlier, how important is your and their Saturn in your original birth chart, okay? So please, if you're like self-taught astrologer, you really have to go back to your birth chart. If you really don't know what I'm talking about here, you can still, contact me or any other astrologer to really help you with your relationship horoscope or whatever you are interested in. Now, another thing that is, in my opinion, quite fantastic with this conjunction is that these people typically have very similar values, okay? I mean, it's always a good thing, right? Because if you really want to create something stable with someone, you better have similar values. So the thing is, with Saturn being in the same sign, is that you will be on the same page when it comes to what you are also after in life, okay? So I would not ever underestimate this conjunction, even though Saturn is outer planet. So that means that sometimes it really plays, less significance in our Synastry. But I mean, this conjunction has so many benefits, especially if your Saturn is strong in a birth chart. So it's a karmic. Obviously, it will be more difficult to really avoid it, right? Another thing, it's long-lasting. There is really strong predisposition with this Saturn conjunct Saturn that this relationship will last, but of course, it all depends on the overall synastry and some other things, but really it's fine. And you know, the last thing is that you guys are really on the same page about what you value in life, okay? So this is great because, I don't know, let's take one example of many. If you have Saturn in Libra, as I do for instance, and I don't know, I would be having a relationship with someone whose Saturn is as well in Libra, so our Saturns will be in conjunction. In this case, with Saturn being in Libra, that means that for both people equally, relationships are important in general in life, okay? So we can definitely say that in our case, these two people will really value relationship and will be really able to somehow, you know, build that connection and work hard for it, okay? So it's really very welcome thing, right? This conjunction. So to wrap it up, don't be afraid about these conjunctions, because I know that Saturn contacts can be very harsh, difficult, very cold, you know. There's a lot of coldness actually with Saturn contacts, but I will say that from my practice, this conjunction can actually work pretty well. But of course, we could talk on and on about it, because another thing which will be actually equally important with this conjunction is where are Saturns placed in original birth charts, okay? So it is also important because that area of your lives will be very binding to each other, right? Like, I don't know, if your Saturn is in second house and your partner's Saturn is in fourth house, that means it's actually nice combination, because you will be really able to stick together as a family, and again with values and financial matters. So at the end of the day, I really like to see this one. And you know, when I do readings for my clients and I don't find enough glue with personal planets and, you know, Saturn to personal planets, then I always check another things, and one of them is if they have Saturn conjunct Saturn and what really Saturn means to them in their original birth chart. Okay guys, hopefully you find this video helpful. If you do, please hit the subscribe button and notification bell, so I will be able to shoot more videos for you. I am astrologer but also a tarot reader. In case you want me, I can prepare for you many types of horoscopes. Really, you can check out my website horoscopesandreadings.com, and I have some pretty cool stuff out there on my website for free, so definitely check it out, and see you soon.